Welcome to Gotta Run. This is Will Sanchez. Thank you for tuning in. My special guest today is Irapaul Turner. I was introduced to Irapaul by David Kleckner, who is one of the coaches at Team for Kids. Since I respect Dave Kleckner a great deal, I thought I would look up Irapaul, and he is here in the studio. I'm honored to have Irapaul as my guest. Welcome.
Thank you for having me back.
The pleasure.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
Irapaul. Do you go by IP or Ira? What's your nickname?
Irapaul, IP. You can call me anything. Turtle.
Turtle?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, wait a minute. Because you're as fast as one?
Exactly. Yeah. Slow and steady.
I didn't notice that. It's
Slow
the
and
Turtle. So your nickname is Turtle.
Oh, yes, sir.
Interesting. Well, let's talk about Team for Kids, because Dave Kleckner, I guess he's one of the coaches there. And that's how you met Dave, and he recommended you to come on the show. So some people have heard of Team for Kids, but from your perspective, what is Team for Kids, and what do you enjoy most about being a participant?
Team for Kids is a community of adult runners making their miles count. And for every mile we run, we fundraise for underprivileged children in New York City schools and beyond, in all 48 states. 48 continental states.
Okay.
I think we might be in a couple of foreign countries too, in Africa.
Okay.
The Team for Kids program, getting kids healthy through running and getting them focused through exercise.
Besides the New York City Marathon, they consider Team for Kids one of their signature events.
Right, they're right.
But unlike the New York City Marathon, when it comes once a year, Team for Kids is a year-long process, right?
Exactly. We have charity slots for every major marathon, and I've been honored and happy to receive a slot for each marathon Team for Kids represent.
Oh, cool. So besides New York, you can do Team for Kids for Chicago and Boston?
Just finished Chicago last week. And I'm still hurting from that experience.
You're still recovering.
And it's the third time with Team for Kids for Chicago. And 5 times with Team for Kids for New York since 2012. Well, I should say 2013, because
2012 was canceled.
Canceled, but we did the training, we did the fundraising. And 2013, I came back and attempted to do my first marathon. It wasn't successful because I crashed and burned at mile 16. Coming down the 59th Street Bridge.
Coming down? Did you trip or something?
Trip. I went down like a black snowball.
Oh my God. Did you hit something?
Came down on the ramp.
Yeah.
I was so happy to be over the bridge, and I forgot I had to take it easy coming down the bridge, and I tripped. Because
that's the part we got the big crowd with the cheers.
Exactly.
And there you are, your face planted on the cement or something?
I face planted. I was rolling. I went not rolling just once. I got back up and hit the ground again because I was so injured.
Oh,
and
gosh.
I was all raspberry and bloody mess.
Oh my gosh!
And they
I can't wait to see the photos.
Oh my God! There was a medical tent right at the foot.
Oh, lucky for you.
Right when you exit.
Yeah.
So I went down like I'm sliding into home base.
We can laugh at it now.
Exactly. So they put me on a medical bus. That I wanted to go, but they said no, because I was hobbling all over the place.
Oh my gosh!
And they put me on the. I guess they kept me in the tent for quite a while.
Especially if you hit your head,
right.
You want to make sure. Did you have to go the next day? You were okay?
The next day I went to the hospital. Had a torn meniscus, all raspberry.
I'm sorry, you hurt your meniscus too?
Oh yeah, I had the surgery a couple weeks later.
Really bad fall.
Oh yeah, I went down. I'm really telling you the truth. I went down like a black snowball that kept on rolling, and I was so happy I didn't hit any other runners.
Oh.
That's what that was my saving grace. I was like,
all right, that's a run you're not going to forget.
Never.
First time. What, did you pick yourself up and try again for the next year?
Oh yes, sir. Picked myself up. I was sad. I was very sad, depressed. I was like, I'm not gonna run no more. That's it. It's over. Then after getting healed, mended up.
Oh, okay. Healed. Okay.
Yeah, forget my language.
I was gonna say, oh my God, you were held up.
No.
You were healed.
Okay. Healed. But I picked myself up, went back to work. I took the criticism. People told me, leave that marathon in alone. You're too big for it. Don't try it. You leave it. You don't worry about it.
Okay, but you listen to your better angels.
Exactly. And came back, and I love the Team for Kids atmosphere, the people I met, lifetime friends I made over the 2 summers with.
Oh my gosh, Team for Kids. And it got the great Sid Howard.
Oh my God, yes.
He used to be fantastic.
He was one of the first people who called me. I didn't even realize he knew I existed. You know, even though he's a great coach, he's a great mentor, he's a great friend. But at that time, back in 2012, I thought he was just being nice. And he and Asteria was the first people to call me to see how I was doing.
After your accident?
Right. And told me, don't worry about it. You know, you'll be back. If you want this, you'll be back.
Great.
It's just a step. It's a stepping stone.
A harsh stepping stone.
Exactly.
All right. So 2014, you came back with Team for Kids.
Is
that when you met Dave Kleckner?
Yes, I believe I met Dave Kleckner, and that was his first year as a coach.
Okay.
I believe that's his first year as a coach.
Okay.
And he was wonderful from day one towards me.
Uh-huh.
And he's been inspiration, a mentor, a coach, a friend, and he's been an all around cool guy.
Cool guy. Yeah. Dave would like to hear that.
Yeah.
So you got to the starting line this time uninjured, right?
Uninjured back when we had to do the fundraising for the team,
Of
Team for
course.
Kids. I had some funny fundraisers. People started making my friends at work and family started making a crash pool for me.
Oh, predicting on when you're going to fall again?
Yeah.
Well, with friends like that, really.
Exactly. So you're going to make a crash pool for you. If you're going to try this again, what mile are you going to go down in? I picked the mile myself. I said, I'm going to go down mile 26.2.
Good one.
I reserved that box for myself.
Okay.
And
All
they put it up all over the
right.
workplace.
But this time you finished it.
Finally finished it. Oh my God, it was like, I never forget the feeling of seeing the coaches or everybody texting. I had so many people texting me. I had so many people telling me before 2014 that they tracking me. Had people threatening me, you're gonna get over the finish line this time. You're gonna.
Yeah. Okay, so you had a lot of incentive.
Yeah.
Was your family there?
Oh, my sisters were there, my brothers were there. My family was all scattered throughout the course because the cousins in Brooklyn, nephews, nieces.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so
really big fan. And they probably had to stop every time for a hug or
yes,
quick, nourishment.
Exactly. Yeah, some of them I missed because they were mad because they were on the wrong side.
You were on the wrong side.
Exactly. I said, I'm not gonna cross diagonal.
That's right. You don't want to get in anybody's way, because the people want to go a straight line.
So I always say my zone of support is Flatbush Avenue, 4th Avenue, and 1st Avenue. That's where I still a lot of my friends and family.
All right.
All
right, let's go back to the beginning. Tell us where you were born and something about your growing up years.
I say I'm a New Yorker by heart. Well, Alabama.
Oh, New York, Alabama.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, this is a great city. I love New York City. I don't think I want to live anywhere where else, and it's a great running community. I've been in other places, and the enthusiasm for running is here.
Right.
It's like, it's here. I just had friends visit me.
But growing up in Alabama, were you athletically inclined?
Yeah, more of boxing. I pretty much led it in every sport. I was a military brat.
So your family moved around?
Right, we moved around. So I was pretty much lettered in every sport I could remember.
You lettered?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Baseball, football.
Oh my God, what was your
basketball.
favorite position for baseball?
I always wanted to be pitcher, but they always made me a catcher. I always wanted the glory position.
Catcher is the general on the team. They're the brains of the team. Did you have favorite catchers in baseball, like Johnny Bench, Thurman Munson?
Thurman Munson, definitely.
Which one was your favorite?
Oh, Thurman Munson. I'm a Yankee fan.
You're a Yankee fan.
I'm a diehard Yankee fan.
Thurman, he was good,
Exactly.
And they call the equipment the tools of ignorance.
Exactly.
The mask.
Exactly. But I guess they made me, because I was a big backstop, I guess.
Oh, okay. So they can see you.
Yeah.
So you've always been big.
Yeah. At a certain point, I started beefing up in high school.
Okay.
At a certain point, I was a skinny kid with an abnormal shaped head. I always used
And
to
then
say
in high school, you
freckles.
started to fill up. Is that
After
when you started taking boxing?
so I started boxing, and pretty much high school, ninth grade. Then we went around. Boxing has broadened my horizons in life. I've been traveling all over the world,
Really?
traveling all over the country.
So you're a good boxer.
Oh yeah, my brother Ronald Turner
Uh-huh.
and we were the first brother team to ever win the Golden Gloves, the New York Golden Gloves. You could look that up.
Really? In the New York area?
Oh yeah, right at Madison Square Garden.
Oh my gosh. How long ago was that?
Oh, that was in 1986.
86.
1984.
Wow. Any chance of getting into the Olympics, or is that?
Oh yeah, my brother went to the Olympic trials. I went to Olympic trials. I lost in the Junior Olympics to Mike Tyson.
Oh,
He took
Michael Tyson?
Yeah, he took my championship from me. I was defending.
Well, if you have to lose to somebody, Iron Mike is the way to go.
Yeah, I was the defending Junior Olympic champion.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people, you could look that up.
Well, your family must have been thrilled that they have these athletic sons.
Oh yeah, a lot of my family, brothers and sisters, we seem like we all went to school on some type of sports scholarship.
So when you went on to college, you continued with the boxing and baseball. I mean, it looks like any sport which you could master.
Then I started getting hurt. Then the boxing game started taking over I got my jaw cracked a couple of times. And I started getting headaches. This is not for me. It's amazing that some people could take the wear and tear.
Yeah, it's good to quit while you can, because it can't cause permanent damage.
Right.
Look at Muhammad Ali.
Exactly.
You know. So here you are, very successful kid. Your family's proud of you, but you can't do boxing forever. So what was the first job that you did that, hey, this is something I want to do? Because I think you're in the film industry, right?
Oh yes, I went in the film industry. I got out of the military, and I was a reservist. I'm still a reservist to this day, an active reservist.
Well, hopefully they don't need to call you up.
Exactly.
We're in trouble if they do, right?
Exactly. Started in the film industry as just for a few days. I went in as a security. A good friend of mine is named Anthony Muhammad. He's a captain in a correctional facility, and he left the correction department and opened up a business called X-Men Security, and they do cater to entertainment security, high-end security, very high-end.
Okay.
The first day, I came down to the office, and turned out to be like we're doing a high-end party with Denzel Washington and Spike Lee.
Oh.
I was like, what?
Oh.
I was like, it's some type of kickoff party.
You were the security guy minding the door. You can shoot people coming in.
Exactly. I was like, oh my God.
Denzel, wow.
I was like, this is not the type of security I thought.
This be supermarket security anytime.
Exactly. Started doing security, and I was just blown away. By my first check, and it was like, oh my God! In the military, and you were locked and loaded with defending your country, and you're only making $800 a month.
Oh gosh!
Then my first check.
I could get a real paycheck. I could feed my family with this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. So, but you went beyond security because you have an interesting job, right?
Oh yeah. So I stuck around with the set security. And stuck it out, and told them I'd take another assignment they had me. So I was doing set security for a year and a half, and getting to know people and learning the industry. And they told me about this apprentice program they have. You could work as an apprentice, you could work as an intern, a journeyman. And I with the Black Filmmakers Foundation, where it was Reginald Hutland and. Reginald Hutland's a director, a world famous director, and you can look him up also. You could Google him.
Okay.
I was gonna say Google.
Reggie. Okay. So you were a journeyman learning.
Yeah.
They have these names like grips and riggers and gripes. I don't know, chefs and it's security.
Right.
So you learned the different aspects.
Learned the different aspects. And took a bunch of classes from NYU. Took a couple of classes from the Long Island University. And just started learning the different aspects of the industry. I have to thank Spike Lee, because I worked on Spike Lee, who's the first one who gave me my shot to be PA intern on his show, because he knew me. I was his security for a few shows, actually a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, he talked to me. He just came up to me, what you want to do in this industry? I said, I would like to try to see what it's all about and be a PA. And he's a man to his word. I would have a love-hate with Spike because sometimes he's tough, but he's a good taskmaster.
Uh-huh.
I learned so much about the film industry through him, by watching him, by staying on his coattails, and by osmosis. Just being around him.
Very cool.
And he, for a man to his word, he went out of his way to make sure I was hired as an intern in PA. Production assistant.
Right. All right.
Security,
so
his
you
bodyguard.
got to see him do, like, I think one of his movies, You Gotta Have It.
That was a little before me, but he put me in Malcolm X.
Oh, Malcolm X with Denzel Washington
right, I was
again.
Denzel Washington.
He probably remembers you protecting him in security.
Oh, yeah. And I'm in the movie, too. I played his bodyguard inside the movie Malcolm X.
And Malcolm, my gosh, nice.
Spike put me in there.
So what's your current position in the film industry?
Right now, I'm a rig and grip. I'm working on this show called Jack Ryan, Amazon Pictures. And we're shooting right now in Brooklyn.
Season 2, because season 1 just...
Right, it was just in Colombia, and season 3 is going to London.
My wife and I, we love season 1 with John Krasinski.
Yes,
that's
it's
the
a
lead
great
actor.
show. Keep watching. And keep us employed.
Well, we loved him in The Office, and we figured, I don't know who's going to make the switch from comedy to this. And he pulled it off.
Oh, he's pulling it off good. It's a great role.
We loved the Amazon Prime because they put them all down. It was 10 episodes or something. Right. I think we saw all 10 in 3 days.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, please watch this that's coming out now. This time we're in New York City, blowing up the place and saving the world.
Oh, okay. Season 2.
Season 2.
Okay, that'll come out, I guess, in a few months?
Yeah, a few months.
All right.
We got 12 episodes in New York.
So what is this position? You said you were some kind of grip.
I'm a rigging grip. A rigging grip.
What is that?
Rigging grip is, I always try to explain it to people. We make movie magic. we the technical terms of a rigging grip is rigging lights, cameras, action, blocking and cutting of lights, diffusion, making what you see smooth, and anything that the camera needs stunts for is done.
Okay, so you're working very close with the camera people.
Oh, yes.
Does the director get in the way?
Just the camera people. The director is sitting back waiting for us to say.
So when the closing credits, we should look for rigging grip, and we'll see your name.
Oh, yes, sometimes.
Irapaul Turner.
Oh, yes, I made the credit list a few times.
Well, my wife and I, we always sit through the credit list, and we're just amazed. Like, there's hundreds and hundreds of people on this movie.
Oh, yeah, there's so many.
Movies really, keep people employed.
Exactly, and it's 3 grips. It's 3 departments of grips. There's 3 categories of grips. There's construction grip, rigging grip, and shooting grip.
But you're a rigging grip.
Yeah, right, and construction grip. I love to be in the studio.
You got a little flexibility here.
Exactly, being in the sets.
Okay, but now
in the sets.
They do a lot of movies, shows in New York, so you don't have to go to California. You get to work here in New York.
Oh yes, I've been on a few traveling movies, but I've been fortunate through also with the training. We've been based here in New York because New York has a very big studio system. A lot of people don't realize. Have Chelsea Piers, which is the studio. Law and Order comes out of Chelsea Piers. Blacklist. I don't know if you ever watched The Blacklist on NBC. Comes right out of Chelsea Piers every Thursday. We have Kaufman Astoria Studios, which Sesame Street comes from, still to this day.
That's in Queens, right?
In Queens, and a whole host of other things.
I know New Jersey has studios because what The Sopranos were done.
Oh, yes, that. But they're getting their studios back now because they have a new leadership.
Yeah. All right, that's so cool. Well, let's get back to the running. So when did the running start for you?
Running actually started by accident. I took running for granted because I was always, when I was in boxing shape or when I was younger, my metabolism was, I guess, better. I would burn off fat.
Especially you're boxing, you're moving on your feet.
Exactly, and I never, even when I was boxing, I never ran over 7 miles. But Stop boxing for a while, start working, making a living in this world.
In the film industry.
In the film industry, eating improperly, working crazy hours. Then one day I just decided I was just out of shape. And in July 2010, on a show I was working on called Rescue Me, out in Long Island City at a Silver Cup Studios. I did something I did 1,000 times. I hopped out of a lift coming down with a boom lift, and I broke my ankle.
You hit the wrong way.
You hit the wrong
Well,
way.
luckily you weren't rescuing me, so you were rescued.
exactly. And all of a sudden, everybody thought I was like, walking off. They was like, take off your skirt. Working with a bunch of guys, tough guys. Don't be a crybaby.
It really hurt, huh?
It really hurt. It was like, oh my God, this is not good.
Okay, so obviously you got to see the doctor. You were probably out of commission for a few weeks.
I was out of commission for like 14 weeks, 14 to 18 weeks actually.
To get the rehab.
The rehab and everything. And
so what happened during rehab?
When I got to rehab, I finally got the cast off. And they said, you have to work it out. You have to loosen your ankle up and everything. And they gave me a series of exercises to do. And I was huffing and puffing. I was so out of shape. And I was so ashamed of myself. I was so ashamed. I was like, oh my God.
I used to be a boxer, right. Golden boy.
Yeah.
Now I can't even go up a step.
You can't, exactly.
Well, rehabbing, you got to give yourself a chance. Obviously you did.
Right. So my friends are always encouraging me. My friends, or running friends I have, they kept on saying, "Oh, if you want to get in shape, you want to get your ankle loose, you should need to come run with us. Like we do, put on 5Ks. We run 5Ks." And like, I never knew what a 5K was. I was like, "What's a 5K? I heard of it. What you mean you run a 5K?" I heard it before in boxing. Right. We used to say we're gonna just run 5 miles, 7 miles, 3 miles, but we never went.
Never 5K. That's a running term. Yeah. Speak English. What's this 5K?
Exactly.
3.1 miles. 3.1. Okay, we run 3 miles. All right.
Exactly. So they got finally they just kept at me. You need to do this. You come on out. You want to lose weight. And I ran my first 5K in Riverside Park over here in New York City, right on the Hudson River. And they literally dragged me. Come on, do it. So I finally did it. And I was pretty much dead last. And everybody was clapping and yelling for me to cross the finish line.
The running community, they support the first finisher and the last finisher.
So true. Yeah, I fell in love with the atmosphere and the support instantly. And I just started signing up for every other 5K I could find on a weekend. And it got to a point where I started calling myself the king of the 5Ks.
Was your health getting better?
I don't know if I mentioned before, I went to the doctor. I had high blood pressure.
They discovered that while you were rehabbing broken ankle.
Ankle, exactly. And so they put me on a high blood pressure medicine.
But after a while, I think you said you got off it.
Got off of it and just kept on checking my blood pressure regularly. They couldn't believe it after a few years on it.
Besides the exercise, you had to do your diet too as well.
Doing my diet, I lost, even though I'm a little heavier now, at one point, I came to TFK weighing 340 pounds.
You started teaming for kids, 340 pounds?
Right.
How tall are you?
6'2".
All right, that's a little bit over.
Yeah, and with the first year training, I dropped, with the first 2 years of training with Team for Kids, I dropped 120 pounds.
Whoa, final weight was like 220.
Right. Since then, I've been running for the Team for Kids.
And your blood pressure's been steady now without
the medication. So,
that is
but I check it
great.
regularly, and I try to put every mile, make every mile count by fundraising for.
You mentioned that. You could have gone one of two ways. You could have been a total tough guy, tough ass, because you could bark, you're athletically inclined. But you're more of a sweetheart of a guy. You like kids, you like to give back to the community. You listen to your doctor because your doctor said you got high blood pressure and you did something about it. Now, where do you think that comes from? Do you think your mom and dad influenced you in that way to be the man you are?
Oh, I have to my mom. And my dad. I always thank the Lord for giving me good guides in life, and my parents. My parents always told us to do our best. No matter what, believe in yourself, and don't sweat the small stuff.
I like that. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, just no matter what, just keep focused. No matter who's good, no matter who's mean to you, who's good to you, just keep on driving forward, and be thankful.
Be thankful. That is a great philosophy, and you follow that. Your parents must be very, very proud of you.
I hope so. My mom doesn't understand the running thing.
And you still love her cooking.
Oh, yes. My mom she doesn't understand the running thing, but she's been a great supporter. One of my first donations from Team for Kids.
She wrote that check.
Exactly.
I don't understand it, but here's the money.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
well,
so I try to give her a medal.
Well, let's dedicate this episode to your mom and family.
Oh, thank you.
They've raised a wonderful son. You're obviously a great, great ambassador for Team for Kids and the running community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in, Irapaul.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. Thank you.